announcement today, working on the 22R engine made me think that the next year I could just do videos working on this motor and everybody would enjoy that. I'm just kidding! Alright, so let's dive into this and see how much I can get done this weekend of getting this stinking thing put back together. Man, it's been raining all day today, but in between I was able to get the oil pump installed with the correct bolts. I got the water pump on, bracket, got the distributor drive gear, all this stepped up, so it looks really good. Next thing is going to be the harmonic balancer. This old one, I looked at it and it had a little bit of a groove even on the repair sleeve, so I went ahead and ordered a new one for 50 bucks on Amazon, and I'm going to put this one on. I've got to adjust the valves, that's awesome. And I'm at the point now where I'm thinking about doing a block off kit for all the EGR garbage. I've got a plate that goes up for the fuel pump right here that I bought on eBay that I powder coated. Let's take a look at that. Before, the fuel filter was just flopping around in here, and this bracket had been removed by somebody, who knows who, at some point. So I've got the bracket that goes on here, right here, for the new fuel filter. I've got a new fuel filter going there, so that's awesome. I ordered some studs. That's a funny story. Let me tell you that story. Okay, I wasn't going to tell this story, and then I decided that I was going to tell the story, and then not, and then I went back and forth, and I didn't want to come across sounding like a douchebag, but the company I was dealing with was really douchebag, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to tell the story. If you have a YouTube channel and you've got any number of subscribers that they can see, you know, a lot of times you'll get emails every day of saying, hey, will you test this? Will you do a video review of this? Hey, we want to send you this thing from China. And most of the time I just decline, right? Unless it's a company that I believe in their product, like let's say Milwaukee Tools or Rough Country or Evaporush, you know, things that I think are great products, then I'll do a review on them just because I want my viewers to be able to see what they are. I also will promote companies that I think has products that can be useful to other people, right? So I ordered this stuff from LC Engineering that specializes in Toyota parts. And I received the parts and everything was fine, and I get a phone call and it says, hey, I'm from LC Engineering and I looked at your channel. I see that you have a YouTube channel. That's really awesome, and we're going to give you a discount if you'll call in because, you know, we appreciate blah, 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 you know, that kind of thing. And I was like, awesome. So we go on, and I decide that I need some other parts, like the exhaust studs and a couple other things. So I called up on the phone and I said, hey, this is David, I got a YouTube channel, blah, blah, blah. And the guy's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, he really didn't care. And I was like, yeah. And I said, I had talked to AJ or JK or LM or PQ or whoever it is. And he said that y'all would give me a discount if I called in, you know, because I'm using your products. He goes, oh, yeah, okay, well, I'll take care of you, no problem. And I'm like, I'd already put the items that I needed in the shopping cart, and I said, this is what I need, and went through this, and that, right? He's like, okay, yeah. And I said, okay. And he goes, you want to put that on a credit card? And I said, yeah, put it on a credit card, awesome. And I said, now he had said that I was getting a discount. And he goes, oh, yeah, you're getting a discount. I said, okay. And he said, what's the total? And he said, oh, it's $100, roughly, right? And I was like, huh? I said, well, what was the discount? He goes, oh, it's 5%. And I go, so I needed to call in so y'all could give me a 5% discount? Now, 5% is like I was online and I had to wait 3 minutes to get to place an order or something like that, right? So then I actually went to their Facebook page, and this is what I saw. Okay, I just had to stop and insert this in here. I did check their Facebook page just out of curiosity, and indeed on Memorial Day, which was close to when I ordered this, they were offering 10% off everybody that placed an order. So to give me 5% is a joke. That was after the fact, right? So anyway, I said, man, that's such a magnanimous offer. Why did I need to call in for a 5% discount? Because tell you the truth, I would rather just order it online than have to go through the whole thing of, you know, calling in for 5%. And he says, well, you know, every little bit helps. And I go, yeah, well, this is a waste of my time. He goes, well, you know what? You don't have to promote our products. You can or you can't. It really doesn't matter to us. So it really doesn't matter to them whether I do it or not. Now, the sad thing is, I could have got 10% off had I just used the code from the freaking Facebook page. So a person that's promoting their products and saying LC Engineering is awesome, they're going to give me 5% off, less than somebody that's on Facebook. So I think they're a joke. It really was offensive to me. And don't worry, Elsie, I will not be promoting your products. I spent $25 on this t-shirt, and I've made sure that there's no logo that you can see, and I'm going to take care of this t-shirt right now because this is what I think of you. We won't be promoting anything from your company, and I'll make sure that there's no logos or anything that gets shown, because y'all really don't care if I promote anything or not. Awesome. I'm going to use just a little anti-seize, copper anti-seize on the pulley here before I put it on, just to make sure it doesn't gank up there, and then I can go ahead and start adjusting valves. Awesome. Here's the factory service manual. You're going to adjust the valves. You set it at top dead center. You're going to do this one, that one, rotate it around one, and that one. Okay, not that hard. All you need is a screwdriver, 12mm wrench, and a set of feeler gauges, right? Intake is 0.008 inch and exhaust is 0.12. So that would be 08 and that would be the 12 right there. So I'm going to use these two, this one and this one. And what I'll do is I'll put this in so there's just a little bit of drag in it, and then I'll tighten the nut down and the valve will be adjusted. Rotate the engine around one revolution, and then I'll be on my other valves, these, and do the same thing on the exhaust on one side and the intake on the other, and then the valves will be adjusted. Awesome. Okay, the valves are all adjusted now. I'll have to do that again once it warms up. After I start it and warm it, they'll always need a little bit more adjustment after you run it through that first heat up cycle, but it's roughly where it needs to be for startup. So awesome. They feel good. Everything's looking really nice. Woo-wee, after sandblasting and washing, the power steering pump is super clean, and I've covered up all the holes with, actually those are for powder coating, but it'll work well for just regular spray painting. So I'm going to paint this thing and that'll be it. I used some Eastwood coating on it. It should dry down to a nice satin black and hopefully stay on there for a little bit anyway. So I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to go in and have a beer. There was a huge line at our grocery store for people coming in to buy beer. Evidently they were having 5% off. Alright, I got the throttle body taken apart. I've got the passages closed up, and I'm going to try to get this thing powder coated because this is going to be the last thing I need to powder coat before putting this thing back together. Just about. I'm sure there's something else. I got it sandblasted. It looks great. Now I got to clean the crap out of it and make sure there's no residue. It's baking now. It looks pretty good. Both of the old ones are a little rough, so I got new idler bearings for both of the pulleys. See which one is which. You can tell by the difference in sizes. Alright, so it's this one. Starting to look like a motor again. Hopefully I get the distributor put in tomorrow. Awesome! Alright, so I hit a pretty good lick today. Got the alternator, power steering, all those brackets put back on, the tensioners. I'm going to wait on the air conditioning because I got to get the intake put on, and that's going to be tomorrow. I'm going to try to get the intake set in there, and man, it's going to be close to getting this thing running. I've got a cipher on the block-off plates on the EGR delete on just exactly which ones I need to block off and which ones I don't, and the coolant routing. So I'm going to do that tonight. I'm going to cipher on that. But it's getting close to getting this thing cranked over, and I'm excited. I'm going to go to Walmart before they close because they've got a sale that's 5% off. Appreciate you being a subscriber and watching. Any questions, comments, post them below. 22RE Performance is the place to buy any parts for. I will say that. I'm David from the Redneck Garage. Keep turning wrenches.